Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video I'm going to talk about battery life on an Android phone. Almost every other day I get this question, Ranjit, my battery life on my Android phone sucks, what can I do? And the fact is that the battery life on almost all of the Android phones, to be seriously, sucks bad. If you have been using another phone like a Symbian phone or other old operating system and you come to an Android phone, seriously you'll feel that the battery life offered by most of the Android phones really is bad. But you can do a few things to mitigate those issues, and you should be able to get at least 1 day worth of battery life with normal usage on an Android phone. And I'm going to show you some simple things that you can do to boost up your battery. Some of these things are really simple, you might already know, but some of the things might sound absurd, but it really helps you in getting the battery life. And I'll also show you some of the apps that can help you in boosting up your battery life. Most of the Android phones come with GPS, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Needless to say, switch off GPS and Bluetooth when you're not using, because they drain the battery like crazy. Also, if you're not using Wi-Fi or if you're not in your Wi-Fi zone, switch off the Wi-Fi, because it will be unnecessarily searching for the Wi-Fi signal when you're not in an area where you have your Wi-Fi. If you're in your office or your home and you have access to Wi-Fi, I say prefer using the Wi-Fi over a 3G or a GPRS connection, because using Wi-Fi consumes a lot less battery than consuming data on a 3G connection. This might sound absurd, but to get the most battery life, disable 3G and switch to data like Edge or GPRS. That is mostly GSM only. Don't worry, your push notification, etc., everything will work. Because I have noticed that on 3G, most of the Android phones consume about 30% more battery. So I generally keep my phone on GSM only, and whenever I want to use a lot of data, then only I switch on to 3G. This saves me a lot of battery life. Another thing is that the screens on these Android phones are getting bigger and bigger, and they consume a lot of power. So if your phone has the auto brightness option, switch that on. That really helps. Also, there is an application called Juicedefender in the Android marketplace. I have been using this, and this helps in to get the most out of your battery life. The things that I have mentioned earlier, it basically automates all of those tasks. I'm using the paid version, but you also have the free version, which I think so is more than enough for almost 90% of the users. There's one more thing that drains the battery of your Android phone, and they are some rogue apps. What they do is they do not allow your Android phone to go to a deep sleep mode, and hence it consumes a lot more power. I'll show you an application that's known as CPU Spy that will help you in determining if your phone is able to go into deep sleep mode. And if it's not going, you should track down an application that is not allowing it to go into deep sleep mode. For me, on my Galaxy Note, I had some rogue applications which were not allowing it to go into deep sleep mode, and I was getting just about 10 or 12 hours of battery life. But after I removed that application, my battery life went to about 1.5 days. So with this CPU Spy application, you can easily figure out if your Android phone is not going into the deep sleep mode. Let me quickly show you the CPU Spy application. You can get this CPU Spy from the Android market for free, and it shows you a graph. The important thing to see is this deep sleep mode. Just notice that approximately about 80% of the time my phone stays in the deep sleep mode. That means my phone is able to go into deep sleep mode. But if you load the CPU Spy application and your deep sleep mode is really low, you need to figure out if any application is not allowing your phone to go into this deep sleep mode. And to do the same, you can just hit the menu, go to settings and go into the about phone, and here you'll have this option called battery usage, and clicking on this, it'll give you a usage of what are the apps that are using the most battery. I've just restarted my phone, so I do not have many apps. It's okay for the Android OS and the display to be at the top, but if you find any unusual application here that is taking a lot of CPU usage, try to disable the same and see if your battery life improves. Another thing I've noticed that if you have just purchased your Android phone, you might not get good battery life for the first 5 or 6 charges. I have generally noticed that the battery life increases after 5-6 charge cycles, because after 5-6 charges the battery is primed. So if you've just got the Android phone and after a charge or two you don't get a good battery life, don't panic, give it a week. I hope you found this video helpful. This will be most probably one of the last videos for 2011, so I want to wish you all a very happy new year, and hopefully I'm going to see you in my next video.